Am I right? So we have get introduced with the turbines. Okay, classifications of turbines in the previous lecture. Then we have came across the principal construction and working of Pelton turbine, then Francis turbine, and I think we have just some note introduced about the Francis turbine. Am I right? So last lecture, I think we have defined turbine. So turbine is a device, okay, which converts hydraulic energy of a fluid or water generally into mechanical energy. Okay, it is a definition of turbine, water turbine. It is all are the water turbines. So in BME, you have learnt about introduced about these all kinds of turbines. Then in last semester in applied thermodynamics, we were having one chapter that is steam turbines. Okay, that is where working fluid or steam. Here working fluid is totally water. All are okay. As water is possessing hydraulic energy consisting of potential energy and pressure energy. Is hydraulic energy. These are also called as hydraulic turbines. So hydraulic turbines converts potential energy of water into mechanical work. So first of all, it will convert that potential energy or pressure energy into kinetic energy, same as that of the steam turbine. And then afterwards, here that kinetic energy of the fluid, it is given to the blades, and blades are connected to the shaft. Shaft will rotate. So rotation of energy means what? It is mechanical energy. Displacement energy means it is a mechanical. We can say mechanical energy. So rotations of the shafts are there. So mechanical energy is generated. Okay, and if these rotations are uh, made in presence of magnetic field, okay, or the shaft is rotated through the magnetic field, then definitely EMF, electromotive force, is generated, that we call it as a electric current. Okay, so that is nothing but electrical energy. So first of all, hydraulic energy is get converted into maybe pressure potential energy, then afterwards through nozzle it is converted into kinetic energy. Kinetic energy, then it is converted into mechanical energy by this rotor, and then afterwards in the generator it's convert that mechanical energy into electrical energy. So this is the overall principle. So based on the heads, high head turbines, medium head turbines, low head turbines are there. So Pelton turbine is high head, medium head is Francis, low head is Kaplan. Then based on the hydraulic action of water, impulse turbine, reaction turbine. Impulse turbine is nothing but here Pelton turbine. Okay, reaction turbines are Francis and Kaplan. And in that again, depending on the direction, tangential flow, Pelton turbine, radial flow, Francis turbine, axial flow, Kaplan turbine. Or generally Kaplan is also considered as mixed flow turbines. So maybe three most important popular turbines are Pelton turbine, Kaplan turbine, and Francis turbine. So first of all, we have discussed about the Pelton turbine, where inlet is also atmospheric pressure, outlet also having atmospheric pressure. Pelton wheel impulse turbine, again it is high head turbine because head required is more. Okay, so power specification is there. One of the turbine is up to 400 megawatt. As power head is more, the power generation of Pelton turbine is going to be also more. The speed ranges from 65 to 800 rpm. Efficiency is 85%. So this is going to be specification. So we have to design the turbine in our chapter when we here. So design means we have to design the diameters of runners, then bucket diameters, angles. So these design parameters of Pelton turbine will come across. We have to design that. Then main components of Pelton turbine we have discussed: the nozzle and sphere, runner and bucket, casing, braking jet. So this is a diagram. I think everybody we have came across this diagram. So this is a rotor. Okay, a runner we can call a runner, and buckets are mounted on this. Okay, so this the penstock water is coming from the dam. it is first it is coming into through the nozzle. When it is coming through the nozzle, then definitely that potential energy is there or pressure energy is there. It is first get converted into kinetic energy, and kinetic energy, high kinetic energy water, that is jet, we can call it jet, means with high velocity of water is more. Okay, so that is called as jet of water, and that jet of water is get introduced on this particular bucket as jet. It is giving the losing the momentum, and whenever something is losing momentum, rate of change of momentum is nothing but force will be called on the bucket. Buckets will rotate. These buckets are connected to the shaft, therefore shaft will rotate, and then mechanical power we can generate. So this runner and bucket assembly is there. Braking jet, so if you want to stop the turbine suddenly, then in the opposite direction we have to again make the jet. Okay, so that it will opposite direction equal whatever the water we are supplying to the jet, main jet nozzle, same amount of water. If you more amount of water with more speed will be supply in opposite direction, that runner can be stopped, and it is called as braking jet. Then working, so very important is there here. This sentence is very important after for further analysis. Pelton turbine, up till now we learned about the Pelton turbine, that is it is a high head turbine. It is impulse type of turbine that we cleared. Then direction, so it is a tangential flow turbine. So tangential flow means what? Water is flowing tangential in tangential direction with the axis. So it is tangentially water is flowing. So therefore, it tangential horizontal, if even horizontal direction. Okay, tangential it is going to be flowing. So when we are drawing the velocity triangle, so this is very important statement. So Pelton turbine, water of the flow of water is tangential to the runner. Okay, so it is tangential flow turbine. So this everybody have to remember. Pelton turbine is tangential flow impulse turbine. So runner consisting of single wheel mounted on a horizontal shaft, water falls towards the turbine. High head of the jet water hits the bucket on the wheel and causes the wheel to rotate. A spear rod will control the movement of will control the flow of water. Okay, this movement control the flow of water leaving the nozzle before it strike the bucket. So this way we have revived the Pelton turbine. Okay, so pressure acting at inlet is also atmospheric, at outlet also it is going to be out air atmospheric. So and whatever the conversion is there, potential energy is converted into kinetic energy. It is at once only. All kind of all hydraulic energies get converted into kinetic energy, or therefore no pressure is also going to be decreased only once. Okay, therefore
Hello, sir.
turbine is impulse turbine.
Hello.
Huh.
Screen is not visible, sir.
Screen is not visible. Not a single R. Now we are telling.
No, sir.
Okay, sorry. I have covered 10 slides and now you are telling. Thank you now, Gaurav. काय sir जी? Now screen will be visible. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Now you are Gaurav, you should be alert. Huh? I think you are on my present PC or here. To me, your screen was always visible. Screen is always visible. So, sir. Okay. So, but okay. Now, here. Okay. So, buckets are there. So, this runner and braking jet. Okay. Up to this, I think I have covered. So, Pelton turbine is write down in your notebook and remember that Pelton turbine is a tangential flow impulse turbine. So MCQ also they will ask, and in drawing the velocity triangle, also it is going to be useful for us. This is very useful information. Okay, the water falls towards turbine through pipe called penstock and flows. So we have discussed about this. So buckets of vein is so shaped that when the bucket, it is a hemispherical kind shaped buckets are there, and it splits that jet into two halves, gives it an impulse force. Okay. So impulse turbine means at only one stroke, all kind of pressure energy or potential energy can get converted into kinetic energy. So and in reaction turbine, during the stages when the water is flowing towards this particular inlet to outlet. So during the stages here, the in first stage, some of the pressure may convert into into velocity energy. Then after next stage, remaining pressure is get converted into what velocity. So during the stages, pressure or potential energy is get converted into kinetic energy. So that turbines are called as reaction turbine. So stages are there, and in impulse turbine, no stage, only one stage. Okay, but here at once only, the all kind of pressure or potential energy is get converted into kinetic energy. Then we are examples that okay of impulse turbine. Then afterwards, Kaplan turbine we have got here. Kaplan turbine is a here low head turbine. When head of the water available is having low head, then we can use the Kaplan turbine. But Pelton turbine we have to use when low head of water is too much. So all this Kaplan, Francis, these are the names of scientists. Those have developed this kind of turbines. So 10 to head is 10 to 70 meters. Okay, output varies from 5 to 200 megawatt. Runner diameters between 2 to 11 meters. Rotation speed is 70 rpm to 430 rpm. It gives highest efficiency of 90%. So efficiency of Pelton is 85. Here Kaplan turbine is 90%. So in MCQ they may ask so efficiency, overall efficiency of which turbine is more. So in that case, Pelton, Francis and Kaplan. So it is giving 90%. Pelton is giving, at least in comparison with Pelton and Kaplan, Kaplan turbine is having more efficiency. So this is one of the also MCQ type question. So that also I covered. So draft tube is required. I told you the use of draft tube because it is a reaction kind of turbine. Okay. So pressure is going to be decreasing towards the outlet, and at the outlet pressure will become too much less, or it will become more less than atmospheric pressure, and also at the outlet of turbine pressure will be atmospheric pressure. So to take the water from the turbine inside, from the inside of the turbine to outside, here pressure of water should be get increased, and that pressure should be increased by the making draft tube. So draft tube is what varying diameter tapered kind of tube is there, where the diameter of that particular draft tube is goes on increasing towards outlet, and as the diameter is goes on increasing towards outlet, here velocity is goes on decreasing. So it in the draft tube, what will happen now, velocity, it is exactly opposite to nozzle, it will happen. So it will draft tube, here velocity will goes on decreasing, and this velocity, Bernoulli's theorem tells us that here one energy is get converted into another energy to have total energy remaining constant. So this pressure energy is here increased, water kinetic energy is goes on decreasing, and it will increase in pressure energy. Pressure energy means area in the dynamics. Remember that in dynamics, area is increased, then pressure will definitely increase. Now definitely due to that draft tube, what will happen, the pressure is goes on increasing, and this pressure at the outlet of the draft tube, pressure will become more than atmosphere. And if the pressure will become more than atmosphere, flow will be possible from higher pressure to lower pressure. So that water will come to the reservoir side or outlet, atmosphere, any, if reservoir is not there, atmosphere. So for that, here draft tube is necessary, because pressure is decreased too much in the reaction turbines generally, so that these pressures will become less than atmospheric pressure, vacuum is generated, and due to that there is a resistance, or there is a difficulty to take the water out from the exit, or to make the exit of water successfully. For that we are using the draft tube. In the examination they will ask here function of draft tube. So it discharges water to tail race, through gradually expanding tube. Gradually expanding tube means what? Here pressure is goes on increasing, velocity is goes on decreasing. Exactly reverse effect of here turbine. So working, water from the penstock enters the scroll casing and then moves into the guide vanes. From the guide vanes, the water turns through 90 degree and flows axially through runner. So it is what? Therefore, it is also called as axial flow turbine. So Pelton turbine, sorry, Kaplan turbine is what? Low head, already we discussed. Again, axial flow. So flow is what? Along the axis. So water is flowing along in the axis direction. First of all, it will guide vanes. It will come and guide vanes makes the flow. Guide vanes are the fixed vanes and they will only direct the flow. So they will not move. So only moving veins are there, moving blades we can call veins instead of that. Blades are there, they will only move. Guide veins never move. So these are fixed. So they will direct the flow in the proper direction. So in the Kaplan turbine also guide veins, water turns through 90 degree. Here they in here changes the direction of water through 90 degree and water flows axially through the runner. For the Kaplan turbine, the shaft of the turbine is vertical, and we are having lower end of the shaft is made larger and is called as hub. So it is a hub means, and for that we are attached to the vanes or the moving blades. Okay, the vanes are fixed on the hub, and hence hub acts as a runner. So here construction is like that. So it is like this here shaft is there. This shaft is made larger at here, so this will be larger at this particular lower end, and this is, and for this hub here we can call for run veins are attached, veins or blades we can say. So these blades are attached on this, water will strike. So here it is there, one vein is there, on this water is going to be strike on this and it will rotate. Okay, and rotation means hub will, as blades will rotate, definitely that hub will rotate, or it is act as runner, it will also rotate. And if the rotation means we are generating mechanical energy. Okay, vanes are fixed on the hub and hence hub acts as a runner for axial flow turbine. So Kaplan turbine is a simulation view. So draft tube, I think last time we have got introduced, this is a draft tube. This will be what is draft tube. Okay. Now applications Kaplan turbine in India, they are Ladakh, Kadra, Kodasalli, Almaty, and if you want in Maharashtra also, Radhanagri Dam, there also here Kaplan turbine is installed. Then Francis turbine. So Francis turbine is also reaction turbine. So there are two types of reaction turbines are there generally. So one is inward flow and one is what outward flow. So Francis turbine is a inward flow reaction turbine. So who will tell me inward flow reaction turbine? Inward flow means what? Anybody? Inward flow reaction turbine that combines radial and axial flow concepts. So water is flowing radially also, okay, and as well as axial direction. In some here, some stages it will be in axial direction, and in some stage it will radial direction. So what is developed by JB Francis? So again, efficiency 90%. So efficiency of reaction turbines are greater than here impulse turbine. So 40 to 600 meter head is there. Medium head turbine is called as. Okay. The speed range is 75 to 1000. Efficiency 90%. Kaplan turbine is also efficiency up to 90%. So runner diameters are 1 meter, 0.91 means 1 meter to 10 meter we can say. This is one of the runner Kaplan Francis turbine. So inward flow reaction turbine, what will anybody inward? Anybody of you knowing inward flow means what? Nobody. BME, I think you all learned. BME last year, I think you all learned this. And also in steam turbines, you have not got across this inward flow and outward flow. But in BME, somebody here might have learned this concept inward flow and outward flow, because this is very important while understanding velocity triangles. Nobody is answering. Shall I take names? Inward flow means what and outward flow means what? Anybody? Swaz, is there Swaz Nasti? Swaz, Shubham, Nikita, PR. Ah, Swaz is there. Okay, Swaz, can you define the inward flow?
Inward flow means water is moving from outward to inward, uh, and runner is moving with that.
Outward direction to inward
Inward
direction. Inlet direction.
direction. Water is
Okay.
coming towards center, and in center it comes out from tube, a drag tube.
Okay. So water is coming at the center and afterwards it is flowing towards outlet, radial direction, outlet direction. You want to define you want to tell like this. Swaz?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. I think anybody other than Swaz? Good Swaz. So water is flowing in the air at the through the center, and afterwards what it is flowing here outward side, here radially outward. So actually, so this is called as inward flow reaction turbine. So diameter at inlet will be lower, and diameter at outlet will be, because when water is coming here at the center, okay, when water here diameter of the runner at inlet, when because it is directing towards center, so it will be very less, minimum diameter is there, and out as water is leaving from the outlet periphery of that particular blade or runner in the outward direction. So definitely in that case, here diameter, external diameter, we can call afterwards, it will be more. So these concepts are very important because we have to go for inward flow and outward flow in the direction. So spiral casing main parts are there. Generally casings are used. Guide vanes are there. All here concepts are same. Guide vanes means what? These are fixed one, and they will what? Only guide the water flow in the proper direction. Okay. Then runner is there. Runner means it is here. Two runner, maybe blades are here. Vanes are blades, we can say, are connected, attached, so that when this water is going to be here strike on this particular blades or veins will rotate, and veins are connected to that runner. Runner will rotate, shaft will rotate. So that is called as what? Runners. Okay. Then draft tube, again reaction turbine. There is a reaction turbine here. As the pressure is goes on here at the outlet, pressure is decreasing throughout the stages. So at the end, the pressure will become too much less, so that it will become less than atmospheric pressure, and here it is difficult to take the water outside from the turbine. So in that case, we are using this particular here draft tube, so that in here it is what? Expanding tubes is there. So this is area is goes on increasing towards outlet. As area is goes on increasing towards outlet, here what will happen? Here velocity is goes on decreasing and pressure is goes on increasing. Okay, so they are heart of turbine and rotate on the impact of flow. Draft tube, it is placed from the where the water is discharged from the turbine. Okay, so working in short now here. So Francis turbine, water is coming from this center, and it is radially flowing towards your outlet. Therefore, it is called as inward flow reaction turbine. So the inner diameter is going to be smaller one, and outer diameter is going to be. There are two diameters of runner now, because one is at the end. So this is runner diameter. Runner is there. So water is entering, and outerwards what? It is when it is leaving. That two diameters are there. So runner is having, so diameter D1, we can say one diameter is D1. It is called as internal diameter, and next is what? air air outlet diameter, external diameter or outlet diameter D2. D1 is less and D2 is going to be more. So penstock conveys water from the upstream to the turbine runner. Spiral casing of continuous closed passage whose cross-section area is gradually decreasing along the flow. Gradually decreasing means what? Here, when area is decreasing along the flow means pressure is goes on decreasing and it is increasing the kinetic energy. It is exactly reverse we are going in the draft tube. Okay, area is maximum at inlet and nearly zero at exit. So at nearly zero at exit means what? When the water is leaving the exit, okay, so all pressure is get converted into kinetic energy. Maximum at inlet. Maximum at inlet means Vanes direct the water onto the runner at an angle appropriate design. Motion is given by the means hand wheel. Runner's blade move due to driving force of the runner, which is due to impulse and reaction effect. Draft tubes generally expanding tube which discharge the water passing from the runner to the tail race or reservoir. So it is water is entering to the runner center and afterwards what it is here discharging at the outlet side. These are the constructions of all the turbines. Okay. And we'll focus now on here impulse turbine first and then afterwards reaction turbine. So reaction turbine we are going to discuss Pelton turbine and Francis turbine and Kaplan turbine in the unit reaction turbine and in only Pelton turbine is there as an impulse turbine for our study. So Pelton turbine as an impulse turbine and Francis turbine and here Kaplan turbine as a reaction turbine. Is screen visible? Is screen visible? Somebody can reply.
Yes, sir.
Visible clearly or anything?
Clear आहे clear आहे.
Okay. So already Pelton turbine we'll discuss now. Already this diagram is known to everybody. This is a dam, and through this penstock water is coming, okay, and this is a Pelton turbine, okay, and it is here impacting on the buckets. The hemispherical buckets are there, and it is nozzle which will convert kinetic air pressure potential energy or pressure energy into kinetic energy, and this will impact on the buckets. Buckets will rotate, and these are connected to runner. Runner will rotate. But as this is a Pelton turbine, inlet also atmospheric pressure is there, and outlet also atmospheric pressure is there. So therefore, no pressure change is there. So only pressure of water is get of potential energy is get converting into kinetic energy. So this is called as impulse turbine. Okay. Now there are some head concepts are there. Gross head is one of the concept is there. Gross head. So gross head is there. It is going to be what? It is difference between. So here gross head means what? Difference between the tail race and the here surface level of the reservoir or okay tail race or whatever water level is there in the tail race reservoir, okay, to the dam surface level. Whatever that distance is there, it is called as gross head. And if this head is more, here too much more, then only we can use the Pelton turbine. We have to use way for high heads. Okay, so then net head. Net head is there, but now when water is coming through this particular penstock, there is friction in between that particular pipe and that particular water, penstock and water. And due to that, some of the head, some of the energy of water get decreased. And it is called as what? Here we can say it as this is called as here some loss of head. And at the outlet, whatever the head is available at inlet, gross head is there, it exactly that same gross head will not be applicable. Same will not be no, gross head. Okay. So here some of the energy is get wasted, okay, and that is called as here here net head. Okay, so H gross head minus whatever the friction due to friction, some of the head is wasted. It is called as friction head. So net head is there. And this friction head we can calculate by using our Darcy-Weisbach equation. What is the Darcy-Weisbach equation? 4FL squared divided by 2GD. So we have to calculate the friction coefficient. We should know the pipe length of the pipeline. We can calculate or it can be measured. Then velocity we can calculate discharge divided by area of cross section area of the pipe. So as usual, okay. Then efficiencies are also important. So okay, so efficiencies are there are 4 efficiencies for a turbine. One is hydraulic efficiency, another is mechanical efficiency, third one is volumetric efficiency, and fourth one is what? Overall efficiency. Hydraulic efficiency, it is defined as the ratio of power given by water to the turbine, okay, to the power of water available at inlet. So power of water available at inlet means what? It is calculated on the base of gross head, and power delivered to runner is due to friction. Some of that particular energy goes on decreased in due to this friction. So the power available at runner, exact runner will be less because some of and power available at inlet will be it is calculated by the gross head. So rho QGH we can call. So it is going to be rho QGH divided by power available inlet will be rho QGH or W into H, and power available at runner is calculated by the formula weight of water. So VW2 U2. So this will okay we'll take afterwards. Okay. So outlet inlet power will be what? It can be calculated by the formula rho QGH divided by 1000 kilowatt. Then mechanical efficiency. So we'll discuss about the hydraulic efficiency when either equation will complete. Then we'll go for in detail what is power available to the runner. Okay. Then one equation is there which can be used to calculate the runner power available at runner. Then mechanical efficiency. So power, it is the ratio of power available at the available at the shaft of the turbine. So outlet, so shaft means it is outlet, output energy, output divided by input. So output means power due to which that kinetic energy will due to that the turbine will rotate. So power available at the turbine divided by power delivered to water to the runner. Runner at the runner entrance and as input to the runner, how much power is given. Not it is also not a inlet power. It is what power at the shaft of the turbine to the power developed by turbine to the runner. Then volumetric efficiency, ratio of volume of water actually striking the runner divided by what volume of water supplied to the turbine. So again, due to leakage, due to splashing, some of the water is goes on wasting. So this is volume of water actually striking the runner divided by volume of water supplied to the runner. So because in between that the pipe is leaked, due to splashing, etc. Some of the water is goes on decreasing. So this is called as volumetric efficiency. So then overall efficiency, it is defined as ratio of power available at the shaft to the power supplied at the inlet. So inlet power divided by power available at shaft. So this ratio is called as what? Overall efficiency. In classification of hydraulic turbines, already we have discussed according to the type of energy in impulse reaction, according to direction, tangential flow, radial flow, axial flow, mixed flow. Then high head, low head, medium head. So high head is Pelton, medium head is Francis, and low head is Kaplan. Remember that. High head, okay, according to specific speed, low specific speed, medium specific speed, and high specific speed. If the inlet of the turbine, the energy available only kinetic energy, then it is turbine is called as impulse turbine. As the water flows through the air, a Pelton turbine. Now we'll discuss about the Pelton turbine. Already we have discussed it. Okay, nozzle, casing, runner. So these notes are because this is useful for us because these notes will have to use for nozzle and regulating mechanism, penstock, nozzle, the wheel sphere that we have learned. Then this is runner, casing, to air data is now from this very important part is that velocity triangles and work done of Pelton turbine. Okay. Before that, we have to discuss about the velocity, general velocity triangle will discuss, and then afterwards we will this here relate that velocity triangle to the here Pelton turbine. So anybody having doubt up to this understood? Because I am taking because this is basic. If you understand, then and then only we can solve the numericals. If yes, so notes I am going to provide you. Okay. Now henceforth part we have to draw with me. So in general velocity triangle we have to draw. Already we have learned in steam turbine that will have triangle, but still. If in a message box you can write if doubts are there we can ask, otherwise we will proceed to velocity triangle. General velocity triangle will draw. And this general velocity triangle will be as per the case of Pelton turbine, as per the case of Francis turbine, or as per the case of Pelton turbine, it will vary. Anybody have doubt? Understood? Velocity triangle. Understood? Please write in message box. I think.
Yes, sir.
Suhas is there. Other please reply in chat box. Yes, okay. Sushant Singh, Shubham Singhan. Only Shubham and Suhas both understand. Others please reply. Okay. Yes, okay. Now this is now we'll go for general velocity triangle. So this is the blade. Because vein or we can call it as this is the blade or vein. Okay, this is blade or vein. This is a section of blade or vein. Okay. Now let us consider from this nozzle here water is coming in this direction. Let us consider this as a let us consider this as a nozzle. So let us consider this as a nozzle. Okay. From this water is coming. Okay. Let us say this water is coming and this will result and this is a velocity with a resultant velocity. Let us consider this as a v1. Okay. Now this v1 is having two components. One is inlet, one is vertical component. This v1 we can resolve into two components. Okay. Let us consider this v1 is making angle alpha. This is called as here blade and nozzle angle at inlet. It is called as alpha. Okay. So let us consider this angle with the inclination with the horizontal is alpha. Okay, this is what called as nozzle angle at inlet. Okay, then this velocity component is having two components. One will be anybody. One is in vertical direction, and one is will be in the horizontal direction. What is in vertical direction component? We can call anybody steam turbine or discussed. There are two components of this V1. One is in vertical direction and one is in what? Horizontal direction. So this resultant component V1 is having two components. One is the V, this is called what? Anybody? First about what is? This is called as what? VF1. So this is called as what? Flow component at inlet. And this will be the vertical horizontal component is called as what? And what? VW2. Okay, so this is what VW1 because this is a velocity triangle at inlet, hence we can call it as a here the suffix will be 1. So VW1. Okay, and when this velocity is impacted on the blade or vane, the blade is also moving with some velocity. That velocity, let us consider is in tangential direction. So tangential means what? Horizontal direction. It is let us consider it is moving with what? U1 or U or U1. Now there is a relative velocity difference in between this U1 and V1, and that we call it as a anybody. If you vectorally if you join this V1 and V1 relative velocity difference, that component is called as what? Relative velocity at inlet. And what is that relative velocity? It is here difference, the relative velocity difference between the nozzle velocity and the inlet, and this is called as VR1. Let us consider this angle is what? Theta. Is what? Theta is angle of VR1 with respect to horizontal. With respect to horizontal, it is called as VR1. Everybody understand this inlet velocity triangle? This as it is at the inlet side because nozzle is at the inlet. This is called what? Inlet velocity triangle. Inlet velocity. This is general. This is inlet velocity triangle. Anybody understood? Everybody inlet velocity triangle. Draw this also. This is general velocity triangle. Everybody understand? What is V1? So what is V1 now? We'll define afterwards. But now everybody understand V1. It's vertical. It can be resolved in two components. One is vertical component VF1, horizontal component VW1. Okay. So blade is moving in tangential direction. So with the direction this blade is moving. Therefore, it is what here U. Okay. Therefore, U1 is the velocity of blade at inlet in tangential direction. Okay, and there is relative difference. So this nozzle is making angle alpha with the horizontal, okay, tangential direction. Therefore, alpha is called as nozzle angle at inlet. This there is V1 and U1. Some difference is relative difference is there that we call it as a VR1. Anybody have doubt? Understood? Please write in message box. So this diagram is basic, and afterwards we have to apply our conditions. Anybody? Please write chat box. I think what anybody doubt is there you ask. But we'll cover. This is basic. Swaz,
Yes, sir.
understood?
Yes, sir.
In doubt?
No doubt.
Okay. Others, please reply in chat box. Explain V1. What is somebody is asking? What? Explain V1. Somebody asking explain V1. What is that?
Sir, VF1 and VW1, sir, what are these components?
Okay. So this V1 is coming. Okay, V1 is coming from the nozzle. Okay. So this is resultant velocity from the nozzle. This is what velocity result velocity. As this nozzle is inclined with some horizontal tangential direction, it can be resolved into two components. One is what VW1 is called as whirl component. Now this is what this component is responsible to make the this component is what this component is responsible for making the whirling action of this blade. So whatever the blade is rotating, due to this component VW1 component only, this blade will rotate. So this will be what whirling component. Okay, it's called a whirling, and due to this whirling action here, whatever the blades will rotate whirl. This is due to this VW1 only. Okay, and whatever the this flow component is there, this will make the flow along here. Flow will be there. Gradually, the flow will happen along this blade. It is due to only vertical component VF1. So this VA1 is having resolved into two components. Horizontal component is VW1. Vertical component is VF1. Okay, and then also in the tangential direction, this direction, the blade is moving originally with u velocity, but nozzle velocity is definitely v1 is definitely greater than u1. But there is relative difference, and this difference vectorally, if you join this u1, this difference, this if you join v1 one end and u1's one end, definitely will get relative component vr1. Relative velocity difference between blade here velocity of water jet, this is jet velocity, and here blade velocity. And whatever this VR1 makes angle with horizontal, it is called as theta. This vane angle at inlet. Now I will give nomenclature so that everybody will understand. So V1 is what? Absolute velocity of jet at inlet. Absolute velocity of jet at inlet. Okay. Then alpha is there, What is that alpha? It is nozzle angle at inlet. What is also called as blade? Nozzle angle at inlet. Okay. Then VW1 whirl. So whirl component is responsible for generating the motion of the blade or power. Whirl component at inlet. Okay. Then VF1 is responsible for flow. So flow component flow component at inlet. Then VR1 it will be relative velocity component at inlet. Then U1 blade velocity at inlet. It is also called as alpha 1 is also called as blade angle at inlet because it is tangent direction. So blade velocity inlet. Theta is there. It is Vane angle at inlet. So because relative velocity is making angle with horizontal. Understood? Please write in message box. Or if doubts are there, please ask. So that this is basic. With this, all three triangles are there. We have to do all four triangles, velocity triangles are useful in all four chapters. This is basic for that. Everybody. So therefore, we will not go ahead without understanding this concept. Understood? Swaz understood. I think Shubham also understood. Others, please reply in chat box so that I will get confidence that students are understanding and will go. We should proceed. Yes. Okay. Nikita Power. Yes. Okay. Others, please reply. Okay. Yes. Financial missile. Yes. Okay. Now at outlet what will happen now. This will here this. So this VR1 is there. It will glide over this here. It will result into what VR2. So this will be VR2. Here, what is the VR2? Relative velocity component at here outlet VR2. Okay, and here it will be V2 will be like this because so this will be V2. And difference, there is difference in between VR2 and V2 that can be represented by velocity U2. This will be U2. So this will be U2 means what? Velocity triangle at outlet. So this will be outlet means everything will denoted by suffix by here 2. Okay. So this V2 is again having two components. One is what? Your whirl component at your VW2 we can say. VW2. One is what? Here it will be here. So this will be VF2. This will be VF2. Whatever the V2 makes an angle with horizontal or tangential direction. So this will be V2. This is 90-degree angle. Remember that. This VF2 and this will be V2. Okay. So this is called as alpha 2, or we can call it this as a here theta. Here this will be called as theta. So it is a blade angle at what we can call outlet, and this will be called as phi. Here it is vane angle at outlet, or whatever the VR2 is making. So phi, this will be theta. So this is again U2. This is where outlet or a triangle. Outlet velocity triangle. So all suffix will be denoted by letter 2. V2, VR2, U2, VW2, and this is V2, VW2 is up to this. So I will why I'm drawing, because everybody will understand how to draw it. Okay, we will go to here set VW2. Okay, now VR2, there is V2 coming. Okay, this V2 is again having two component. One component is in vertical direction, is called as VF2, responsible for flow. हा जो VF2 आहे तो हा जे वॉटर आहे ते बाहेर कसं जाईल यासाठी रिस्पॉन्सिबल आहे. V2 हा कशासाठी जनरेट, V2 is responsible for here it will be here V2 will be responsible for here to make the power generation. Now आता इकडे V1 हा इन दी डायरेक्शन ऍक्ट होतोय आणि आपण जर डायरेक्शन बघितली V2 ची, ही कशी V2 ची इन दी डायरेक्शन. सो दे आर इन opposite direction. So therefore here it will be when both will be coming in same direction. कधी same direction ला होतील. So sorry, here it will be beta, so alpha, and angle is not here theta. It is angle is what? Here it is in books. They have many books. They have written theta, but the angle at outlet will be beta. This is beta angle, right? Beta is angle at blade angle at outlet. Alpha is blade angle at inlet. So beta 2. हा जर बीटा 2 जर कधी V2 हा इकडे आहे, इकडे जातोय समजा, तर इकडे जर समजा आपण 90 डिग्रीला जर बघितलं, हे असेल 90 डिग्रीला, तर हा इथं जर 90 डिग्री अँगल करायचा असेल बीटा, तर काय होईल इथं हे V2 कसा होईल, व्हर्टिकल होईल, आणि त्यावेळेस VW2 काय होईल, 0 होईल. हे लक्षात ठेवा. बीटा जर 90 झाला तर VW2 काय होईल, 0 होईल, आणि बीटा 2 कम्प्लिटली व्हर्टिकल होईल. आणि हा जर 90 पेक्षा, हा समजा इथून आपण घेतलाय 90 झाला तर असा होईल. ओके, 90 पेक्षा जर समजा ऍक्यूट असेल, जास्त असेल, तर त्यावेळी हा V2 काय होईल, इकडे इन्क्लिनेशन होईल, आणि तो काय होईल, सेम डायरेक्शन. म्हणजे बीटा ची पोझिशन जी आहे, इट विल से इट विल हियर make that whether V2 is in same direction of V1 or in opposite direction. Now it is in opposite direction. Everybody understand this? Okay. So here we'll go for the here diagram. So we'll you would understand this outlet triangle.
Yes, sir.
So okay. Others please reply. In steam turbine also we have gone for this. This anybody other than SOAS? Nomenclature will be different only. V2 absolute velocity of jet at outlet, alpha, beta, nozzle angle or blade angle. We can call it as nozzle angle or it is called as what? Blade angle. Or it is also called as blade angle. Alpha. So nozzle angle or blade angle. Anybody other than SOAS? Outlet versus triangle understood? Understood. Please write in message box. I think today I am not. Okay. So velocity. Okay. Just I will ask you to draw this. Okay, this is the D diagram you draw so that this is whether visible to us.
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay, you draw this diagram so that it is in. If you understand this diagram, then we'll go to the impulse Pelton turbine diagram. This is general diagram. You might have drawn this and tell me yes and understood. That is over. Over. Diagram drawn, whether drawing is over. So only write down. So explanation don't write after will here.
Over, sir.
Okay. Others, please reply. Others. Okay. Nikita Power and Suhas. Others, please reply. Okay. Now we'll go to over, sir. Okay. So we'll go to impulse turbine. Now impulse turbine, I told you, it is which case? Impulse turbine is which case? Tangential flow impulse turbine means what? The flow is tangential at outlet, sorry, at inlet. This is how here. So as the flow is tangential at inlet, therefore the inlet velocity triangle of Pelton will looks like a here. Will looks like a line because it is tangential direction in same direction. Therefore, what will happen here? V1 will be in tangential direction, horizontal direction. As V1 will be tangential direction, what will say here? There will be no component, vertical component. Vf1 is equal to 0. V1, whatever the V1 is there, that we call it as a VW1. And here, therefore, the inlet velocity triangle of Pelton turbine will looks like a here line. So why it looks like a line? Because as Pelton turbine is Pelton turbine, here what will happen here? So this is what hemispherical cup is there. So when blade Pelton turbine, this is hemispherical here, and here this blade will be is called a splitter. Okay, so this is, let us consider this as a blade. So this hemispherical blade is there of Pelton turbine. Okay. Now, as the flow is velocity triangle, I write Vt for Pelton wheel. A Pelton turbine is what? In general, whatever the velocity triangle is there, Pelton wheel. Pelton wheel. Pelton, okay. Now, here the flow is in tangential. So this will be flowing in this direction, central direction, and then it will be split into this curve. इकडून इकडे इकडे थोडं निम्मा जाणार फ्लो आणि काही फ्लो इकडे जाणार. ओके, पण एका आपण फक्त जनरल एका ब्लेड साठी काढतोय पण फ्लो, त्यामुळं एका साइडला तर काय असणार, दिस विल बी V1 म्हणजे इट tangential direction as flow is tangential direction, so therefore this entire will be V1. And in that case, what will be property? Vf1 is equal to 0. Pelton will say first property is there that Vf1 is equal to 0. Vf1 is equal to 0. पहिला काय tangential flow असले Vf1 is equal to 0 and V1 is equal to V2. जेवढा काय V1 आहे because tangential direction, so it is only tangential. V1 is equal to nothing but VW1. So first property we got. Then here we can say alpha is equal to 0. Vf1 0, alpha is equal to 0. But विथ सम टँजेन्शियल डायरेक्शनला ब्लेड पण कसं मूव्ह होत आहे आपलं टँजेन्शियल डायरेक्शनला U1 न मूव्ह होत आहे. लेट्स कन्सिडर दिस एज ए U1. आता इथे ट्रायंगल नाही तर लाईन आहे. असं ट्रायंगल बॅक ॲज ए लाईन and therefore V1 आणि U1 मला जो काय रिलेटिव्ह डिफरन्स असेल दॅट विल कॉल्ड ॲज ए एनीबडी. त्याला काय म्हणतोय आपण एनीबडी. दोघांना जो डिफरन्स त्याला काय म्हणतोय आपण एनीबडी. VR1 relative velocity difference between inlet and blade V1. So this will be line diagram of for inlet velocity triangle will act as a line diagram for a Pelton turbine. Everybody understand this? So
Yes, sir. Understand.
understand. Okay. Others please reply. Whatever the water is coming through this particular jet, it will deflect like this here, deflection. So this will be deflect like this. So this will be, if you cross here, it will, and this will move like this. And this is called an angle of deflection. This jet is deflect like this here, like this. Therefore, it is called an angle of deflection. Angle of deflection. Okay, understood? Only Suhas have replied. Others please reply. Nikita Pawar, Shubham Singhan, Seneshwar Misal. Yes, okay. Nikita Pawar understood. Please reply then. Shubham, Seneshwar Misal. Okay. Then outlet as a triangle is same as that of, there is no change in outlet, but inlet it will be acting as a, so it will be what? V. So outlet, now we'll go to, so this will be the inlet velocity triangle for Pelton turbine. So this will be VR2 making angle, so V2, VF2. So everybody understand this diagram? Now you draw this velocity triangle for inlet velocity triangle for Pelton wheel. So everybody have to draw this. Tell me yes and over. Other outlet velocity triangle there is no difference, but inlet velocity triangle of Pelton will be here line where V1 is equal to VW1, VF1 is equal to 0, alpha 1 is equal to 0, then that theta is equal to 0. And U1, V1 is straightly VRM1 is equal to V1 minus U1. Anybody having problem with this? I understand this diagram. An outlet triangle will be same as that of general velocity triangle. Understand? Yes or okay. Suhas Nasti. Yes or good. Others please reply like Suhas. Suhas replied. Others Nikita Pawar, Shaneshwar Misal, Shubham Singhan. Yes or okay. Shaneshwar Misal understood. Yes, Nikita Pawar. Yes or right will over. Okay. Now the jet of water from the nozzle strikes the bucket at the splitter, which splits. Like दोन ठिकाणी split होतं, which splits the jet into two parts. These parts of jet guides over the inner surface of comes out inner surface and comes out at the outer edge of the bucket. The splitter will be inlet tip and outer edge of the bucket will outlet tip. Hence, inlet velocity triangle is drawn splitter and outlet velocity triangle is drawn at outer edge of the bucket. So inlet velocity triangle, we know that it is here properties are there. V1 is equal to VW1, VF1 is equal to 0, VR1 is equal to V1 minus U1 simply, or is equal to V1 minus U. For Pelton wheel, U is equal to U1 plus U2. There is no change because at pressure, both pressures are same, inlet as well as what outlet, atmospheric pressure. Therefore, U1 is equal to U2 is equal to U is equal to U1 is equal to U2. Write down for Pelton turbine, this diagram plus alpha is equal to 0, theta is equal to 0, V1 is equal to VW1, VF1 is equal to 0. Now, write down. Here, if outlet of the triangle, VR1 is equal to VR2 if friction is neglected. If friction coefficient is not given, so draw like write this. Friction coefficient is not given, then VR1 is equal to VR2. So power of the Pelton turbine we are interested now. So in the diagram, the which force is going to be responsible for this, for doing this here? Here it is going to be VW1 and VW2. These are the components of the here V1, components of the velocity at inlet and outlet, which are responsible for generate the power, which is VW1 and VW2. Okay. Now here, so therefore momentum, what the momentum will get is what? The force exerted by jet of water in the direction of motion is Fx is equal to rate of change of momentum is equal to Fx is equal to m, means mass flow rate of water striking on that blade, into V1 minus V2. Okay, so both are in opposite direction, but in x direction V1 is equal to VW1 we know, and VW2 is equal to minus VW2. VW2 is equal to minus VW2 because both are in opposite direction. So V1 direction इकडे आहे पॉझिटिव्ह इकडच्या ऍक्सिसला राईट डायरेक्शन आणि VW2 ची लेफ्ट डायरेक्शन. सो बोथ आर इन हियर अपोजिट डायरेक्शन. आणि V2 म्हणजे काय तिकडं हियर V2 इज इक्वल टू VF2, V2 is equal to minus VW2. Okay, so therefore m dot is equal to what here? Rho a V1 म्हणजे mass flow rate discharge into VW1 plus VW2. So as beta is acute angle, beta is here less than 90 here, the positive sign is taken here, and in case of the series of vanes makes angle striking, rho V1 is rho a VR1. Okay, so work done by the jet on runner is equal to Fx into U. Okay, so this is equal to Fx is rho a V1 into VW1 plus VW2 into U1. So actually it is what? VW, actually it is formula is V1 minus V2. Okay, but V2 is V minus VW, and therefore V1 minus of minus V2 become plus. Therefore this will be m both direction कशा here formula आपला change in डायरेक्शन आहे V1 मायनस V2. V2 हा मायनस VW2 असल्यामुळं हा काय झाला VW1 आणि V2 काय झाला मायनस VW2. ओके, तर त्यामुळं रिझल्टंट, कारण फक्त एक्स डायरेक्शनलाच फक्त काय होतोय, फोर्स डायरेक्ट ऍक्ट होतोय, वर्ल कॉम्पोनंट. देअरफॉर एम इंटू VW1 प्लस VW2 मायनस मायनस बिकम प्लस, आणि एफ एक्स इज इक्वल टू रो ए व्ही वन. देअरफॉर एम म्हणजे काय असतो, मास फ्लो रेट. याला फॉर्म्युला आपला नेहमीच वापरतो, रो ए व्ही म्हणजे रो ए व्ही वन, ओके, इंटू VW1 प्लस VW2. आणि त्याचा जो आहे एफ एक्स is equal to what, W is equal to fx into u. Therefore rho a v1 into VW1 plus VW2 into u. Okay, so this will be the power generation. So again we'll write here, revise. So power generated by Pelton turbine. Power of Pelton turbine or power generated power. तर फक्त पॉवरला कुठला कॉम्पोनंट रिस्पॉन्सिबल आहे, वर्ल कॉम्पोनंट. पॉवर ऑफ Pelton turbine किंवा जनरेटेड power given by Pelton. You write down power of PT. I will write. So write down what is that, Fx, force generated in x direction, is equal to mass flow rate. We'll write in our language so that we'll understand. Mass flow rate okay, into change of velocity in tangential direction. Change of velocity in tangential direction. Okay. And is equal to what? Mass flow rate is equal to what? Rho area into V1 because it is inlet आहे. Okay, into change of velocity in tangential direction म्हणजे कुठली, x direction. x direction tangential कुठले कुठले आहेत, VW1 okay minus of minus, why minus, because both are in opposite direction. Pelton turbine will write rho a V1 is equal to VW1 minus of minus VW2, and therefore it will become what, rho a V1 or VW1, because V1 is equal to VW1 into bracket VW1 plus VW2. We know that power is equal to Fx into u, because Fx into displacement. Power is equal to Fx into u or u1, okay, and is equal to what, u, but u is equal to u1 plus u2 for Pelton turbine. U is equal to u1 is equal to u2. Therefore it is become what, rho a v1 into VW1 plus VW2, because मायनस आहे ते बेसिकली, मायनस पण, आणि बट डायरेक्शन कशा दोघांच्या अपोजिट असल्यामुळे VW1 प्लस VW2 इंटू यू. ओके, ह्याला जर आपण 1 डिवाइड बाय 2 केलं तर इट विल बी इन किलोवॅट. तर आपण वॅट मध्ये काढूया, नंतर विल कन्वर्ट इन किलोवॅट. our understood this power of Pelton turbine, power generated by Pelton turbine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so has G understood? Others please reply, write down. This equation is very important to solve the numericals. Please write down. Others please reply. Diagram of Pelton turbine. Shubham Gandole, okay, understood or yes? Others, please reply. Understood, Shubham Gandole. Okay, good. Others, Nikita Pawar, Shivani Nane. Okay, Nikita Pawar, yes, over. Okay, good. Understand over. Taneshwar Mishra, understand over. Please, others, please. Okay. Shivani Nane, yes. Okay. Write down and over. Okay. Now, hydraulic efficiency of Pelton turbine. Okay. So write down hydraulic efficiency of Pelton turbine. Will not go for derivation, but at least we'll write the formula. Hydraulic efficiency of Pelton wheel is defined as, write down, hydraulic efficiency of Pelton turbine is defined as ratio of power developed by runner to power supplied at inlet. The power developed by runner is equal to work done per second, and that we have calculated. What is that? Here rho a v1 already आत्ताच calculate केलेलं आपण. Rho a v1 into bracket vw1 plus vw2 into u. आणि किती कायनेटिक एनर्जी काय असते, त्याची पॉवर सप्लाय केलेली फक्त कायनेटिक एनर्जी असणार, कारण ओके 1/2 mv². एम म्हणजे काय, रो ए v1 ओनली. ओके 1/2 रो ए v1 into v1². तर रो ए v1 and रो ए v1 will get cancelled. So it will become what, 2 into vw1 plus vw2 divided by into u divided by v1². So with the help of this formula, anybody can calculate the hydraulic efficiency of Pelton turbine. Write down hydraulic efficiency of Pelton turbine is defined as ratio of power developed by runner to power supplied at inlet, and therefore power developed is equal to work done, जे आता आपण कॅल्क्युलेट केलेले आहे ते रो ए v1 into bracket vw1 plus vw2 into u divided by kinetic energy at inlet is equal to 1/2 mv². But m म्हणजेच काय असतं, रो ए v1. So रो ए v1 will get cancelled and vw, therefore 2 will become numerator side, 2 into vw1 plus vw2 into u divided by v1². आता हे सगळ्यांनी राईट डाऊन, देन टेल मी येस ओव्हर. Understand? Yes over. Write down. Up to this you write down. 2 into VW1 plus VW2, 2 into VW1 plus VW2 into U divided by V1 square. Or understand? Or Suhas? Yes, understand Suhas? Yes, or all please reply. Okay. So with this we'll stop here. Okay. With this we'll stop here. Okay. So then I want the attendance. Roll number 1,
Yes, sir, present.
2,
Yes, sir.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
Present, sir.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18,
Yes, sir. 18.
okay, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29,
Present, sir. 29%.
29%, 30,
30 present, sir.
okay, 31, 31, 31, 32,
Yes, sir. 32.
33,
Yes, sir.
34, 35, 36,
Present, sir.
37, 38, 39,
Present, sir.
39, 40, 41, 42, 43,
Yes, sir.
43 present, okay. 44,
Yes, sir. 44.
45, 46, 47, 48, 49,
49 present, sir.
14, 50,
Yes, sir.
51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56,
Yes, sir. 55 present.
55 present, 56 present, 57,
Yes, sir, 58 present.
57,
58, sir, 58.
58, okay, 58, 59,
Present, sir.
59 present, 60, 61,
Yes, sir. 61.
62,
Yes, sir. Present.
63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70 present.
69 present, sir.
Okay. 33 Shubham Shingan present. Okay, so what we will do today, you general velocity triangle, you draw, and impulse turbine also you draw. Yeah, velocity triangle for impulse turbine you draw. Yeah, then you can quit.